Hello everyone and welcome back to the second part of our Lake District vlog. In this vlog, we plan to hike to this mountain in the Wasdale Valley called Pillar. Standing tall at around 892 meters, this peak is definitely not among the highest peaks in this area, dwarfed by the Scafel Pike situated right in front of it at 978 meters, the highest in England. But we chose the Pillar over Scafel Pike as it was a busy sunny weekend. Quite a rare event in this country, I must say. So I just assumed there would be a lot of tourists hiking Scafel compared to the less explored Pillar. Additionally, we reserved the Scafel Pike for a future 3-peak challenge. By the way, if you haven't already, I highly recommend you watch the part 1 of our Lake District vlog after this video. We visited the breathtaking surprise viewpoint near Keswick, following on to the beautiful Ennerdale Lake, before finishing the day in the Ennerdale Valley. So, on the second day of our trip, we plan to drive to the Wasdale Head. By the way, this is the same place from where you can start your hike to all the other peaks such as the Scafel, Great Cabell, Red Pike, and even the Pillar. The entire area of Wasdale Head is dotted with quite a few camping grounds and hostels, where one can spend the night before taking up an early morning hike the next day. To be honest with you, I would prefer a camping setup out in the open among the mountains over the hostel, but you can choose either of the two. And if you happen to be in this place on a bright sunny day like this one, consider yourself quite lucky as it cannot get any better than this. Here at Wast Water, if you do not fancy hiking to the surrounding mountain peaks so much, there are many other activities that you can enjoy such as boating or even camping by the side of the lake with your family. So I guess there is something for everyone here, and everyone can enjoy their day at this amazing place. We drive through this beautiful lake, and there you can see the Scafel Pike in the distance. By the way, there are many car parking options by the side of the lake. Additionally, you can also park your car at Wasdale Head car park where you can start the hike to Scafel Pike. There are a few free car parks just behind the hotel and also near the camping grounds. I'll link all of them in the description below for you. Finally arriving at the car park, we start the hike to the Pillar. So the ascent would take you around 3 hours to reach the Pillar Peak, and I highly recommend not to make the same mistake we made on our ascent. More on that in a minute. Around halfway through the ascent, the trail cuts across the narrow stream flowing down the mountain, and although there is no particular name to this point, it definitely felt like one of those awesome infinity pools high up in the mountains, where you can get an amazing bath and an amazing view of the valley in front of you. And of course, we clicked a lot of photos at this self-proclaimed infinity pool. I must say, I was quite tempted to bath at this pool with that view in front of you, that too on a sunny day like this one. Too bad I didn't carry any extra clothes with me. Moving on, we cross the stream and continue hiking to the pillar. However, this is when the hike turned into quite a dramatic ordeal for us. So I noticed that the trail is quite long and goes all the way till the end before taking a left from that intersection up there for the pillar summit. And judging by the slope of the shortcut, it felt doable and we would save a lot of time taking this direct route to the summit. Man, was I so wrong. The inclination kept getting higher and higher until it was so slippery on wet grass and so inclined that we were barely able to even hold ourselves from slipping and rolling down the side of the mountain. Needless to say, we got stuck at a point from which going uphill was seeming as dangerous as slipping and rolling downhill. So, did we have a choice at that point? You tell me. Although I must say we did admire the beautiful valley and the scafel from this point where we were kind of gotten stuck at. Repenting and deciding that I would never take a shortcut on a trail, we kept climbing, although I must tell you it felt like an eternity with my backpack and a drone bag in the other hand. Slowly pushing myself uphill using those two legs and a hand. Yes, you heard that right. The inclination was so high that we were barely able to manage ourselves on the slope and we had to use all means possible to push ourselves forward. ये हम इतने ऊंचाई पे पहुंच चुके हैं. ये सामने ये है स्कैफल पाइक और हमें वो रास्ते से जाना था ऐसे ऊपर और फिर वहाँ से लेफ्ट लेके हमें इधर आना था. मगर हम ऐसे स्ट्रेट आए हैं, ऐसे बहुत हालत खराब हुई हमारी. Finally, after a long tiring ascent through the slippery grass with such a high inclination, we managed to find the original trail to the pillar summit. But after all that ordeal and seeing that it has started to rain at Scafel in front of us, we decided not to hike further and instead start hiking down to the car park as we were not dressed suitably for the rain. Of course, we took the official path on our way down to the car park, having learned a lesson never to take a shortcut, especially on a trail like this one. By the way, that's me pointing the absurd path we took on our way up. Overall, it was quite a wonderful experience, and even though we didn't get to hike to the summit of the pillar, we really enjoyed our day. So, once we reached down to the car park, there are some nice restaurants and camping grounds around Pillar if you plan on staying here at night, and the view from the valley down there or even from any of the peaks up here are just amazing, and I can highly recommend anyone thinking to visit the Lake District for some hiking or recreational activities. By the way, here is my vlog from Scotland using my drone a few months ago, and I will link it in the description below. Please go ahead and watch it if you haven't already. If you are still around, thank you so much for watching this vlog till the end. I will come up with a part 3 of the vlog summarizing the other parts and lakes we visited the next day, including the Windermere Lake. So stay tuned for the next vlog.